Hi there, I'm Jonathan and welcome to my channel, Jonathan's Diamond Painting and Stuff. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're coming back to me, welcome back. I'm so pleased to see you here today. So, today I'm actually going to be doing something slightly different again. I'm actually going to do what is like traditionally my whip and chat, but I'm actually going to do a build and chat. So I'm going to build a small Lego kit, and while I'm building it, I'm going to talk about how things have gone this week. Not sure how this is going to go, how good it'll be, or whether this will last the whole session, or I'll hardly get anything built because I'll get distracted and just talking to you, but we'll see how we go. Okay. So, to start with, just showing you exactly what I'm building. This is a limited edition gift with purchase GWP. So that is like Lego throughout the year do these promotions in their stores and online, and if you spend above a certain amount of money at a certain time, you'll get a certain kit, and it's limited to that particular period in time, and usually it is limited to like how they have a limited amount of these, so once they're gone, they're gone. And this just, I never had the original one of these, but this just harkened me back to my days as a teenage boy building castles in the heyday of Lego Castle, and I just loved all of this. I loved Majisto the Magician and everything, but this is Majisto's Magical Workshop 40601. I'll show you there. Down there. I'm not exactly sure how many pieces it has actually, because they don't usually put the piece count. I'll see if I can find out in a minute. If I find out, I'll just overlay it on top. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, this is actually a remake of an original from a few years ago. It doesn't quite look like the original, I don't think. It's slightly different in places, but you know, I just think this is so cool. And you've got the wizard, Majisto. You've got like a dragon knight, there, and all sorts of little details. The axes. There's a goblet in there. He's got like a magic scroll here. Yeah, so it's just really cool. So I can't wait to get into this. But yeah, so let me just open it up. And we've got a couple of large pre-built, like cliffside sort of base pieces, which I've always, that does remind me of my teenage boy days, like I said. We've got a couple of stickers here on the sticker sheet. I know, stickers. And we have got two sets, so one and a two. So, and we've got the little instruction booklet here. Now, what I'm going to do is, because this is a video that I want you to enjoy, I'm going to put it onto. I put the instructions onto my tablet, and then I'll overlay that on the screen as well, so you can see that. I'm trying to give you 3 points of view, I think, just to make this video as interesting as I can. So Lego have an app called I can't remember what it's called. I'll tell you in a second when I've got it up. Yeah, it's called Lego Builder, and it has all their building instructions on it. So you just need to download this app, and yeah, you can use it anywhere. You usually need an internet connection to download the instructions. I think once you do, I think that you can actually also go onto Lego's website and go in the help and support section, and then go find building instructions and type in the number of your set, and you can find out set details there as well. Okay. But the app is already good because you can actually log on, and you can keep all your sets organised. Okay. Right, so I'm just having a little look. Let me just see. Now, sometimes these special gift with purchase sets aren't always on the 40601 aren't always on here, so let's have a look. Yeah. So often these, I don't know why, but the gift with purchase sets often aren't actually on the app. I don't know why that is. That all their main sets are. Just sometimes the limited edition ones. I don't know why, because they have the instructions on their on Lego's website. So I'm just going to go onto Lego's website now. So it's just lego.com, wherever you are, and it'll get automatically redirected to your own nationality. And like I said, okay, and you just go on help and find building instructions, and then you just type your setting. So our set is 40601, so I just type that in. And the good thing about this is if you download the PDF, you can keep it forever. So you don't have the problem if Lego ever stop doing the app, or you have the device that can use it, you can download the PDF instructions. I just find these a lot easier to follow than just the physical booklet, but each to your own, So there you go, it's here, and you can just download the PDF, which is 29 megabytes. I'm just going to download. Okay, open file. Right, I'm just going to open it with my Drive PDF viewer. The other good thing about the app, the new app, is modern building sets have this like 3D build function, and like my mum absolutely loves that because she really struggles following the instructions, because they have lots of similar colours and it's just hard to follow, but she really, really loves the 3D build thing, and you can actually scroll the instruction, so you pan around it, and move it about and everything, just to see exactly what the step entails. So it's a really, really amazing function. But for me, I feel like it makes it too easy. But right, I'm just scrolling through now so you can see part 1 builds this bit, and then part 2 builds it up to the completion. Okay, so that's that's all the bags labelled 1, and these are all the bags labelled 2. I'm looking forward to one day actually getting the paper bags, the recyclable bags, because Lego keeps saying it's coming, but it's not come yet, and I think time's moving. Sorry, just getting my trays. Just feel like enough's enough, Lego. Get on with it. So anyway, right. Let's see how we do with these, because these are a bit easier to see. Okay. Right. I'm just emptying the ones out. So as you can see, some quite bulky pieces. I'm just going to separate out all these bulkier pieces. Just to make it a bit easier on myself. Then we've got another little small bag in here. Now I am disappointed in a way. This is the magic wand. Show you here. There you go. Now, when I was a kid, these were glow in the dark. I don't think these are. Just a minute. Well, actually, it's pointless, because if this is glow in the dark, it won't work yet, because this has been in a closed box, so it's not adding a light to charge it up or anything. But I remember some reason, I think when I was younger, if you held if you held the wand near to electric light bulb, it kind of charged it up a bit and it would glow. And for some reason, I held it a bit too close to the bulb and it stuck to the bulb and melted. And I remember writing to Lego saying to explain to them what had happened, and they sent me a couple of ones in the post for free. But then that's Lego all over. They always do. You hear lots of stories about them doing brilliant stuff like that. So I thought that was so cool back in the day, you know. But my stupidity as a child. But yeah. So anyway, right. I'm just gonna push these all here. Let's get started. I have got my tea, which we're trying to. It's Santa Berry, but which we have to use up from Christmas. It's a lovely tea with lots of Christmas spices in. But we actually found in the freezer. We're really well stocked up for cake and stuff now. I usually make one every weekend for a while, and they've got loads in there, so I don't really need to do any more baking for a while. But I got out what I thought was another banana bread of some kind, because I do bake that a lot, and it was a stollen. It was one of the stollens that I left from Christmas. So yeah, homemade. Yeah, and so we thought the Santa Berry tea might go well, the stollen. So yeah. Okay, first of all, we're going to build Majisto. So let's find all the bits. So we've got the hat, we've got the body. We've got his lower half, just like kind of his robed figure. I think I have had Majistos with legs before. Can't remember how often it's been the robed bit, and he's got the lovely little bearded face. But yeah, so sorry, and of course he has the beard. Here we are, white beard. So of course. The white beard goes on top of here, and there we go. So as I'm doing this, I'm just going to be chatting to you about what's been going on with me over the last week, like I usually do, okay? Yeah, so I'm just trying to think. Right, so I guess the work is obviously the thing foremost in my mind at the moment and how that is going. Where's my little wand? Here we go. So I've been back a month now, as of today. So I just I'm really getting back into it. I haven't actually been going out on my own that much yet. I've mainly been going out with other people. My boss, I think he's happy to have me back, and obviously it's a bit easier when we're planning double up visits and everything for two of us to go in pairs. And I think it's just nice to me to spend time with all my colleagues on that intimate level, which I won't get a chance to do after I'm back in the numbers properly. So I think my boss just feels that I need to take advantage of that if I can. Just being with my colleagues, and I guess because I have been off for 6 months, it's also meeting all the patients for the first time that I haven't met yet. Reintroducing me to my colleagues reintroduced me to my patients that I've not seen for a long time. And I've had a mix of emotions. Some patients have been absolutely thrilled to see me. I mean, one lady was so thrilled to see me. I mean, she hadn't been going out of the bedroom for a long time. And then, I'm not saying it's me, but I think, and then she she spent some time in the lounge for the very first time. In a long time. One of my colleagues said that was the first time she'd been in the lounge in such a long time, and she couldn't stop talking about the fact that I was back. So and it was so funny. It really was so funny because I was like, um, um, it took a while for her to register, that it was me, and then all of a sudden it was Jonathan, So yeah, I was. It just fills my heart with joy, when you have people that miss you like that. Um, but yeah, right. I'm just gonna turn the sound off over here. Yeah, so it's just little bits like that that make the job really, really worth doing. But yeah, um, but yeah, I've really thoroughly enjoyed it. I've gone out with my boss. I've all 3 days this week actually, and then I went out with somebody else at the beginning of today, but then that colleague had an appointment in the afternoon, so my boss took me out again, So it's nice. It's been nice, just, and I do feel like I'm slowly getting used to it again. I almost wasn't gonna get my my last phase return week, but my manager's given it to me now because I think it's just a mistake. I think when I came back from my annual leave, because I've got a week of annual leave now next week, which is nice. After being back for a month. Um, After that, I think it was just a mistake. That oops, sorry. It was just a mistake. That I hadn't got it, so she's given me that because I just felt, because I've not taken my own patients yet, and I'm slowly getting into it, and it's becoming easier every week. I just feel that having that extra week will really help me, because I said to my boss, I've got to start taking my own patients when I come back, and he said, well, if you can feel you can take patients, take, form your own list, take patients off people, that's absolutely fine. So, and I think I'm gonna just like take the double ups because it's obviously easier, when I'm not in the numbers yet. For me to help out in that aspect, that's basically where we need two nurses. So obviously, when I'm going round with someone, I'm already there, so that's why it's so handy. Um, but obviously, when I'm out and about, I'll need to arrange to meet up with those colleagues, and that's normal. We normally have an arrangement um, where we just arrange to meet each other. They're often timed at certain times, to make it a bit easier. Or we just arrange with a colleague at the beginning of a day, saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, when do you want to do this patient?" And then we say, "Oh yeah, we'll do them then." And yeah, so it's just one of those things, really. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm actually, yeah, I'm finding it easier than I thought I would, I guess, at the moment. But I'm not under no illusions. I'm still not, to the point where I am fully functioning and I'm coping and everything. But I will get there. I will get there. But yeah. So, but yeah. So I just thinking if there's anything else about work. Oh yeah, I had a meeting with my area manager um, just before today. I mean, it was. I just said, "Oh, I'm going on annual leave. It may be a good idea for us just to have a quick catch up." And she's like, "Yeah, that's fine." So we had a quick catch up about how things are going and everything. And I was actually talking to her about my YouTube and how good that's been for me, and how I'm planning on making all these things and starting an Etsy store and everything. And she was really interested in that and saying, "Well, that's something totally different to work, isn't it?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." Um, so I'm really lucky. I think it's just having those supportive colleagues, really. Um, and I guess she's right. Having something different I'm into, and I thought it just gives me a focus, gives me a purpose, because those are the things I struggle with in life. I really do. Figuring out where I fit in this world sometimes. I know it's daft, but yeah, I mean, it's like my work, my nephew, and now my little hobby sort of empire. So it's difficult, sometimes just to figure out where it all fits in, to me. But yeah, I'm getting there. So anyway, um I've got a big day tomorrow. It's my nephew Alex's first birthday. Yay! Now, unfortunately, my husband's not going to be able to be there because he's not been very well this week, and it's a bit of a struggle because my husband is he loves he both loves and hates his job at the same time, but it's a lot of responsibility, and he always takes it all on, and he finds it very difficult to take time away. And I'll tell him that he needs to take time away, but he won't. So like going off sick to him is just probably being off for like a day. At the very, 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 very maximum, he wouldn't even think about just going off sick for like a week, for instance, even when he really needs it. So, but anyway, he's just not been very well this week. He's had a migraine and he's just struggling a bit. So so he's not coming, which is fine. I'm not going to pressure him to go. He needs the rest, and I know that. So, but I'll enjoy being there even on my own. And it's not a long party. It's like 11 till 3 to fit in with his naps. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going. I've got him a few gifts, obviously. I got him a little ride on Mercedes. I didn't realise it was a Mercedes branded one. A ride on fire brigade sort of truck. So I think he can like sit on it and then move it with his legs. And I think it's got some electronics in it, so I think some of the I think the lights work and everything, and it probably got noises as well. So I can't wait to see him use that. He's literally at the point of almost walking. He's pulling himself up now regularly, so he is so close. So yeah, it's a really, really exciting time. But and I think I've got him some books, and I've got him like a bopping sort of toy thing as well, and I just can't wait to see him again. My bestie Sarah, she's because I was meant to make him a cake, but I was working this week, so I asked my first bestie Sarah if she could do, because she does really good cakes, so she's made a cake for him. So hoping that it all goes well tomorrow. But yeah, so, and also, I mean, it does take me out my comfort zone a little bit because oh, did I miss a step there? Oh no, there it is. Yeah. Because obviously there's going to be lots of people there, but I know most of them, so it's not a big shock. But yeah, that's why I'm glad it's only 4 hours. But anyway, so yeah. So I guess the fact that my Alan will be at home will be a good excuse to pop off at the end of the party and not stay longer. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, and I guess I forgot to talk about this in my previous Whip and Chat. This is just my memory. My brain is just like a sieve at the moment. I just forget things. Not when I'm putting people in danger, but I am a bit forgetful. And I think that's just me not masking my ADHD anymore, because I'm coming to accept that that's what I have. There we go. Yeah, I'm just accepting that really as part of who I am, and I just or was it the other way around? Yeah, and part of that is when you start to unmask, so you just start to accept it, and then your symptoms just they feel like they're getting worse, but you're just becoming more aware of who you are, so yeah. Pot. So anyway, yeah, but my memory has just been really, really bad, and if it hadn't been so bad, I would have remembered to share a positive bit of news last week, which was that I met one of my subscribers, Laura, who lived over in Cambridge, and a funny story, you know, I've been selling my tramats recently. Those are my diamond painting matte things, and she bought one, and I noticed, you know, when she gave me a address that she was literally like round the corner from me. Well, not quite round the corner, but only about 20-30 minutes away. And I just did gently say, "Oh, you're I just noticed you're literally like really close to me." And she said, "Oh yeah," and then she didn't say anything, and so I thought, oh well, you know, obviously said it wrong. But then the next day she said, "Oh well, actually, I was thinking that I could have just come over to get it, couldn't I? But that felt a bit stalkerish." And I thought, well, I was like, no, no, I was actually thinking the same thing, you know. And I'd love to meet, I love to meet my subscribers. So yeah, and so she came over for a cuppa, and it was really nice. And I think I've gained a new friend now, so that's really nice, you know. And sometimes taking the leap like that is what you need to do in life, you know. But I was so pleased, you know. And I have actually met quite a few people from the Dat Fans UK group already. I've met Jan, the lady that runs it. I've met various other people, you know. So it's quite cool, really, that um, how these online communities bring people together, really, you know. And I do struggle. I've struggled through life to make friends, you know, because I've talked about it before. How I'm neurodivergent, so I often say the wrong thing but not actually mean it, and it's difficult for people to know that sometimes, you know. And you know, and just throughout my life, really, you know, ever since I left home, and maybe even before I left home. I mean, I was bullied at school, but I mean, I'm not sure that that was. It probably had a factor, but I was small, weak, sensitive, didn't like sports. Um, I guess I was probably quite geeky, but you know, so lots of things that don't really lend you to getting having a lot of friends when you're younger. And I had a few, but not very many. I was a bit of a loner, you know, and as a child, I just felt I connected more to characters in video games than I did in real life, you know. And I'm glad I've moved past that, and I think this point in my life, I'm finally where I want to be, and I'm finally accepted, you know, who I really am and who I want in my life, who I don't want in my life, you know. And it's, you know, and that my friendships have to bring me positivity, you know. So yeah, it's just it's just coming to that realization, I guess. But yeah, I'm happy, you know. And it's sad that it's taken me, what, however many years to to get to that point. But yeah, oopsie, I think I've knocked the saucepan off. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But like, it feels crazy sometimes. You know, like meeting someone you've never met before, who you've only just spoken a few conversations online, and then you meet them, and it's a bit like dating, I guess. You know, where you think, oh God, should I do this or not? You know, so but like I said, sometimes you need to take the leap of faith because um, the rewards are tenfold. Let's find it. Okay. So yeah, so I met Laura and we had a ball. We really did, and it was just a cuppa, you know. I showed her the house, and she really enjoyed seeing all my artistic touches. You know, my Lego kits, my diamond paintings that are up. Um, yeah, so it was lovely to share that with someone, especially someone that's seen a whole lot of it. You know, um, and obviously she's just seen me on videos before. You know, so I guess it's a bit weird seeing it all in real life. You know, but yeah, no, but I love sharing this with people. You know, and that was just so lovely and so exciting to me. And I know she said she'll get a bit. Said it might. I can't remember what she said, but she said she doesn't mind, you know, me sharing it. Although she might get a bit excited about it, you know. But yeah. So I'll put a picture up now of us because I did take a picture of us both. It has gone on my Facebook group, you know. And again, I'll iterate it again. If you're interested in becoming part of my community, if you want to buy any tram mats or haven't notifications for the latest updates for me when I post my latest video, that sort of thing. I'm trying to be really good at engaging with my subscribers, you know. So just join my Facebook group. I'll just pop it up here. It pops up at the beginning and at the end as well, you know. Just yeah, but that's just a really cool thing. Okay, so that is the first bit done of this first bag. So you see, you've got the chest, you've got the saucepan there, and yeah, and then just that little battlementy bit there. Okay, I think we're going to start the next one now. Okay, so a big thing that's happening to me at the moment, well, big plans are my tray mats. So that is my drill tray mats. They look like this. I know I feel like a broken record, but just so you know what's going on, they're these, and they go on top of your canvas if you work flat or on a very, very shallow angle. I can put magnets in them if you've got a drafting table to make them more secure. And I'm just doing in various different designs. So it's really exciting actually because I'm planning a range and I am planning on opening an Etsy store quite soon. So yeah. Also, we have an event starting on DAC Fans UK. It's called Spring Alongathon. So it's like the Famalong hashtag Famalong UK last year, and that is going to be a DAC kit only, because it's a DAC event, and in the UK, and you just have to pick a kit, but it has a spring theme, and then it starts on the 29th of March, and it goes through all of April and all of May, and I think it ends at the end of May. I think it's 31st of May it finishes. But yeah, so really, really exciting. And what I'm planning for that, sorry, the reason I brought that up was I'm planning on an exclusive range of tram mats, well, just a few tram mats in a spring theme, which I'm going to do just for this event. And I'll be sponsoring the event with these tram mats, and that will also coincide with the opening of my Etsy store. Okay, or very close to then, you know. So, but I'm hoping to by the 29th of March to have my Etsy store up and running. I've got quite a few different designs. I've found some fabric in my stash that I'm going to use, and also I've done some ordering on Spoonflower, which is an American site where its fabric is printed to order, and it's there's lots of designs on there. I mean, the world's your oyster, really. But most of them are happy for you to use their kits. Their designs in commercial things, which is what I like, because when you buy fabric for the domestic sector, so like when you go into a craft shop and you just buy fabric, unless it's a plain fabric, you don't always know whether it can be used or not for commercial purposes. Now, most of the time it can, but often sometimes they have for personal use only, not for commercial, or for home or personal use, not for commercial use on the selvage. But now I found some in my stash which I thought wouldn't be usable, but actually they haven't got that on the selvage, so I'm going to use them, and I've had them quite a few years. So yeah, and there's no like copyrighty things on it. So yeah, so anyway, and no trademarkable things. So I'm going to use them as part of my new range, but most of the time going forward, I will try and buy Spoonflower, I think. It's a little bit more expensive, but I'm factoring that in because my prices will be slightly up from what I've been charging because I want to factor in the Etsy fees, factoring, the fact that the fabric is a little bit more expensive, and also obviously factor my timing as well, because, that they don't take no time at all. They do take some time, to make. So, yeah. So I just, so that's really exciting. And as I got this week off, I'm going to use that to my advantage to try and get ahead on making some of these designs. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? So me and Sarah are going to spend a couple of days next week making some of these things. I've got some other exciting things planned. I'm planning an upgrade to my branding, but I can't tell you any more about that right now because it's all going to be a big surprise. I don't want to spoil that because that will all be unveiled when my store goes live. But there's so many things to consider, but it's exciting and fresh and new, and I'm really excited. But I'm not under any illusions. This is not going to be like a business. I would love it if I was making enough money on this to give my job up, but I'm under no illusions that will be impossible. And to be honest, having my job to support my creative dreams will make them so much more enjoyable, because to be honest, I actually find I find the feeling of accomplishment and happiness that I get when each person gets their tramat and is really happy with it and messaging me or saying how much they're enjoying it, how much they love it. That to me is just as good as getting paid, really, because I just love that feeling, of accomplishment. So, I think most crafters do, to be honest, and I know, it's difficult out there making it, and I honestly, I don't know whether I ever will to that sort of extent, but I'm happy, so yeah. But anyway, so what were we talking about? So just put this on here. Show you just like that. So I've been ordering fabric. So I've got some fabric coming from Spoonflower from America. The way Spoonflower works is they have so many sales and stuff that it seems a bit silly not to buy when it's a sale, so it's just it's just one of those things. So and a very sneaky sale snuck up on me in the email, because I was waiting for a new sale to drop, and then all of a sudden there was a really big flash sale, for like a day or two, and I didn't even notice it. And then it suddenly said last chance for this, and I thought I've not had an email for this. So anyway, I had the email, that just came in, and so I said to Sarah, "There's stuff being advertised now." Just put that sticker on. There you go. That's actually really good for me. I find it really hard placing these stickers sometimes, but there we go. And that is just going there. with his goblets. Oh, my brain. I can't think where I was or what I was talking about. I know I was saying something to do with the Tramats. So that's all it takes sometimes, is for me to slightly go off track and then I don't even know where I was anymore. It's it's crazy, you know, my memory sometimes. Oh yes, so yeah, we ordered fabric. So I ordered some fabric from some places in the UK, which was just the plain fabrics, and I shared that on my Facebook group recently. But I'll just overlay the image now. But I also bought the spoonflower fabrics, and yeah, as I said, me and my friend Sarah were just rushing together an order, and then I think bizarrely the order was like printed um, and sent out within hours. By the morning, by the time I woke up this morning, they were already shipped. And Sarah said they must have been ready already, but I don't know. I mean, they're all printed to order, but I guess more popular fabrics may be printed already. But yeah, so and I love Spoonflower. You just basically message the designers and just say what you're planning and everything, and then I've not had a problem. They just like to be credited. Which why would you not credit the people that design such beautiful things, you know, for your item? I mean, it's all creative space, you know. Just like I would like, if I let someone sell my tramats, you know, that I've made, obviously I would be wanted to be credited, you know. So I'm perfectly happy to do that, you know. So, and I just think that's a lovely way for the creative community to sit together and support each other. So yeah, and I just don't have the stress about selling things that aren't licensed, you know. So yeah, I think it's a brilliant thing. I just wish there was a one in the UK, or if they just had an outlet in the UK where they could just be printed here, just to make it a bit cheaper. But to be fair, the shipping isn't that bad. It's just a delay, I guess, you know, of getting them. But yeah. And so Sarah has ordered a load, some fabrics. She makes bags, so and we are actually going to share the Etsy store, um, and I still trying to work out a name that we're going to call it, um, but yeah, because I want a name that encompasses um, both of us and also gives me the potential to put different brands into it in the future. So like, not just Jonathan's diamond painting and stuff. You know, if I decide I want to do other type of crafting accessories or things that I want to make, you know, I just want to, you know, be able to do that. Okay, just join both of these together now. I'll just show you this one. Okay. So I think that goes there. Oh no, it doesn't. Sorry. There. There we go. And perfect. Okay, so now the next bit. But yeah, we're both very excited coming up with all these plans, you know, for the store and everything. And I think while that's happening, my book has kind of been put on the back burner for a while. I really want to get back into it, and I need to get back into it, but it will just be it'll be what it will be. You know, I just need to it needs to be right. But I am rereading it. But the problem is, there's just so much plot that needs to change, and mentally, I need to be in that space. You know, doing it, and then Sarah does as well because Sarah helps me so much with the book. Um, you know, so it's just yeah, it's just making sure the time's right and not pushing myself too much mentally when I'm just in my recovery phase. You know, so yeah, so I'm just where are we? That's there. Yeah, so that's here, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, so and just 2 of these and 2 of these. Trying not to push myself too far, too quickly. You know, I mean, the book was amazing for me when I was writing it, but I've got to make sure, you know, that I'm right, you know, when I get back into that mentally. I mean, also stretching myself too thin, you know, can be a bit much sometimes, you know, so but yeah. I've not had another counselling session since I last spoke to you because I only have them every other week now, which is very good, you know, very positive. Um, so and so I guess we're on to the movie reviews and stuff and what's going on with me with that regard, you know, my media sort of bit, I suppose. So I'm oh sorry, I didn't even see where to put that. Right, that's going here. I'm trying to work out what that is. But yeah, right, so that goes up here, I think. Okay, there we go. Right, okay, so so last week we started watching Jurassic Park again, you know, the series, but I mean we started with Jurassic Park, you know, the very first one. And as I said, I have really, really positive memories of that because I went to see it for my 10th birthday. I mean, so scared with the T Rex and everything when I was little. And so we watched it again and I enjoyed it just as much again, you know, and I just love that movie so much. It's just so good. I just think the fact that the dinosaurs are animatronics, not CGI. I think that I feel it makes them scarier somehow. You know, it's just amazing to me. But yeah, I mean, there's this scene. I think one of my favourite scenes is where they come back. I think um, Ellie and the others come back in the jeep to see, you know, to see if they can find them and everything, and and then um, and then Ian Malcolm is in the jeep, Jeff Goldblum's character, and and then he feels the thud of a T Rex approaching, and then he's like, "Come on, come on, let's go, 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 go!" And they're literally driving off as a T Rex comes into the scene, and it's just so amazing. And Ellie's scream, it's just, and just seeing the T Rex in the rear view mirror, it's just incredible scene. You know, I just love that one so much. You know, it's just yeah, I can't get enough of that, you know. I'm just a T Rex, and I know it's probably not realistic, you know. T Rexes have now been found to not make that sound, have they? You know, that. I'm not even gonna mimic it, you know. but yeah, so I just like. But there's that bit, there's the bit with the raptors in the kitchen. Oh my god, how scared I was when I was a kid watching that, you know. It's just and how brave those kids are, you know. But it just has so many good moments, that film, you know. And yeah, just a second. I guess the whole playing God and everything, you know. I guess all those themes of like uh, what Richard Hammond was trying to do, you know, um, and effectively playing God with creating all these dinosaurs again. You know, it was just like, yeah, I kind of connected with that as an adult to a way that I probably didn't as a child. You know, and how irresponsible that was. Oh yeah, it's cool. There's dinosaurs, but you know, it's like, well, and it's a whole ethos of just what is it? Ian Malcolm says, just because you could, um, you didn't think the way you should. You know, it's not exactly, you know, but yeah, no, I really his character when I years ago when I watched it as a child really annoyed me, but I love his character now. You know, it's probably one of my favourites. You know, it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, okay, so that's that bit done. Right, then one, then two, three, and that. But yeah, so we are gonna watch. If I'm back in time and stuff, we might watch the next Jurassic Park film. Alan wants to just skip to the Jurassic World films, but I've kind of want him to. I want to watch them all again because I do like them all. Maybe not Jurassic Park 3 as much, but the rest of them, you know, are pretty good. You know, so. But yeah, so but we're looking forward to watching them because I do love my big blockbustery, thrilling, dramatic films. You know, so yeah, that's probably what this weekend's film's gonna be. I started watching Supernatural again. I don't know why. I got to season 8 and I just felt like starting again. And ridiculously, I'm almost at the end of Twin Peaks, so I need to make myself go back to that because I can't like get to the point where I'm starting to watch it all over again, because I was really enjoying it, and I just don't know why. Sometimes my brain it just wants to do something else, you know. So where am I? Oh, whizzing it around, aren't we? Okay, so then that one there and that one there. Okay, and one. Yeah, so I was watching Supernatural, and again, and yeah, I was really enjoying it. Diamond painting to that actually. I know, like I said, it does slow me down, but I do enjoy it. So who cares? You know how slower you are. You know, but I do really enjoy it. Um, and so yeah, for those of you that don't know Supernatural, it is a supernatural TV series about two brothers, Dean and Sam, and their mother is killed when they are only children, and their dad basically is they're basically like demon hunters, ghost hunters. You know, they fight the supernatural, and that's kind of the family business. But after their mum dies, the dad kind of goes on a crusade for years to try and find out who her killer was, and it just starts off with another event happening, which brings the two brothers together again, and then they go on um, monster hunting quest, you know, just but fighting monsters each week on the way, you know, with an overarching plot happening at the same time. So I just really like it. I love Buffy. I mean, not as much as like Buffy and everything, but I don't know. I think I watched so many series with female leads, like Charmed, Buffy, and everything. I love Xena as well. You know, it's just like refreshing to have one with a couple of guys in, and a couple of very sensitive guys. You know, dealing with things in very different ways to obviously what how women deal with them, but and it just doesn't feel they don't to me they don't feel misogynistic. They don't feel like they have all the negative traits that men can often have, you know. And I just like that, and I just like their relationship, and I like how it develops over the seasons you know, and it just, there's so much of it. I mean, there's 15 seasons, I think, of 20, most of them are like 22 episodes long. I think there's the writer's strike in there somewhere, but yeah, so it is long. There's a lot of it. That's the only thing. I mean, some people get frustrated, you know, after a time, you know, when there's just too much content out there. But yes, but I thoroughly enjoy it, and if you're a fan of Buffy, you will love it. Honestly, I've seen so many Buffy fans like Supernatural, and yeah, and I don't, yeah, it's a really really good alternative. You know, if you want to watch something new that is in the same sort of theme. You know, so yeah, really 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 enjoying it and enjoying getting back into it again. And it's just nice to have a show you can just watch and watch and watch. You know, and you're not worried about it being over because there's so much of it. But yeah, so and yeah, so I will get to the end of Twin Peaks, but at the moment this is a little pit stop, I think, you know. But I want to continue watching Supernatural as well, though. You know, want to do so many things. But yeah, they're my safe shows, I guess, though, because I get stressed out sometimes watching new things. So I like, sometimes it's nice to have a bit of safety. And that's one thing I've come to realise in the last 6 months, you know, that I do like to control things, control my own circumstances, you know, to remain in control of my life. I never realised how much I like to be in control. Not in a negative way, not like I'm controlling others, just controlling my own personal circumstances, just to protect myself, I guess, against anything bad, I guess, that will ruin that safe space for me. Yeah, that's the first part done. Let me just show you. I'm mindful that I don't want it to be a really long video, and I don't have a lot of time this this weekend because of my nephew's birthday to edit, so I think I'm going to leave it at that today. I still think this will be a decent chunk of video for you, but yeah, just so you can see. Well, that's really cool. You can see the doors there and everything, and then that just opens up like that. It's so cool when they develop these models like that. But I've had fun doing this for a change, you know. But what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to save up the other half, and I'll build that while I'm do another build and chat at some point. You know, not promising it will be the next time, but I think that's what I'll do. So I'll finish this off with another one, and I'll put that into I'll put that into a Lego playlist. Okay, but again, as I've always said, you know, my primary focus is diamond painting, but I will be doing videos like this from time to time. People have asked for them, people want to see them, you know, so but I do want to stay true to my video, so please, please, please comment on my video if you have any feedback for me about my channel. Comment if you like this video, and or you like anything I've talked about today. Again, just drop me another comment, you know, and if you like this video, please consider dropping a thumbs up on it. And if you like my content in general, just please consider hitting the subscribe button, hitting the bell icon, and clicking all to get all my notifications when I release a new video. As always, bye for now!